do my good karam and bad karam cancel each other out when I kind of have to pay for my karam after I leave this world? So the pankti of the pauri is Mulla Suja Tavne Chandu Chaujada Sevakamai Ramdas Pandariya Bala Sai Dasati Ai. So basically these few Gur Sikhs here, Pai Mulla Ji, Pai Suja, Pai Chandu, Pai Ramdas, Pai Bala and Pai Sai Das, they came to meet Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And so they asked Guru Sahib, they said, when we come to this world, we create karam, good karam and bad karam, right? And we leave, we die, we leave this world, and we have to face Dharamraj to do our accounts of all the good karams we have done, the bad karams we have done in our life, and then it's decided what happens to us. So we know that since bad karam will result in pain, you know, we have to pay for it and go through pain and suffering, and good deeds, good karam will result in happiness and good blessings for us. So now they're asking this like mathematical question. They said, if there are more good karam than bad karam that we have done in our life, do they cancel each other out? And then the final count, the karam is decided, which means, for example, if I have done 10 good deeds in my life, and I've done like 5 bad deeds in my life, do the 10 good deeds minus the 5, they cancel each other out, and the final count of my 5 good karam, do I have to, does that then becomes the final decision of what happens to me, which means 5 good karam, which means I will go to a good place, or do they not cancel each other out? How does it happen? Please explain to us how our karmic actions are accounted for. So Guru Sahib then said there are 4 types of Sikh. One is Sehkami, Nehkami, one is a devoted Sikh, and one is a wise Gyanwan Sikh. So then Guru Arjan Dev Ji asked, whose account are you asking for? Like which type of Sikh's account are you asking for? And the Sikh said, just tell us all of their types of Sikh and how their karmic accounts are being accounted for. So Guru Sahib says, so for example, the first one, Sehkami Sikh. Sehkami Sikh are those people who always indulge in lies and deceit. They keep fast, they go for pilgrimages, you know, they serve people and do all these good deeds out of their selfish intention, which means, I want a new car or a good business, that's why I do charity. Or I'm going to pilgrimage so I have a good health, or something like that. There's always an intention, sehkam, right? So Guru Arjan Dev Ji says Dharamraj always has his club, his danda over these type of people. So what happened? How is their karmic account, their karmic actions accounted for? They will receive their fruits of every sin and every good deed that they have done. So bad karam and good karam, they pay for each one of them. Both returns are received separately and they do not cancel each other out. So you have done 5 bad deeds, you pay for that 5 bad deeds. You have done 10 good deeds, you will get the blessings of those 10 good deeds. They don't cancel each other out. Second type of Sikh are those who do something good, they do something out of goodwill, and it gives them joy to actually do that good deed. So they don't have any intention why they do it. It's not for their selfish needs or something. So for these type of people, Guru Arjan Dev Ji says their accounts of good karam and bad karam are counted together. So if there are more good karam, it will supersede the bad karam and cancel them out. So for example, you know, you have done 10 good deeds and 5 bad deeds, it will cancel the 5 bad deeds and you will get the receive of the 5 good karam that you have done. So the Sikh will receive the fruits, the blessings of the balanced good karam that they have done. If there are more bad karams that this type of Sikh have done, then it will cancel out the good karam and they will receive the fruits of their sins that they have committed. But usually for Nehkami Sikh, who do something out of goodwill and they don't have selfish intentions, their good deeds are always much more compared to their bad deeds. So if they have committed any bad karam, it's always a good intention behind it, or they didn't know, you know, they didn't do it purposely. So the third type of Sikh are the devoted Sikh, which means they do bhakti. And so the kind of Sikh who do bhakti, they never will do any bad deeds, or they will never sin or commit any bad actions with intention. they might commit a bad karam or do something bad unknowingly or out of accident. Like for example, maybe walking and then they accidentally killed an animal, accidentally knocked into something or hurt someone without knowing or without any intention. So their sins or their bad karma in their accounts are always very small ones, right? And they're not major karams. They're very close to God, but here's the deal. Because they have done bhakti, they're very close to God, they don't do many bad deeds, or they don't have sins in their accounts, they still have to take birth and come into this world again for them to do bhakti and obtain gyan, which is the fourth type of Sikha. Only after obtaining gyan, spiritual wisdom, can their cycle of life and death be destroyed. Sehkam Sikha, Guru Arjan Dev Ji then continues, Sehkam Sikha will first enjoy the pleasures of heaven because they will pay for their good deeds and bad deeds separately. So they'll first enjoy the pleasures of the heaven because of their good deeds. Then they will be reborn again in the house of wealthy people so that they can find good sangat and they can start collecting more good deeds. They can do good deeds, collect more good karam and start doing bhakti to obtain liberation. The Nekami Sikha, because they already are doing very good deeds and there's not much sins in their account, they will be born in this house of saint and house of Gursikhs so they can start walking on the path of bhakti. So this is basically a progression. From Sehkami, you will become Nehkami, then you want to become a devoted Sikha, a bhakti wala Sikha, and finally a Gyan one Sikha, someone who's already wise and become a Brahmgyani. The wise Sikha, the fourth type of Sikha, the Brahmgyanis, they have recognized that this body is false, which means the karmic accounts connected to this body is also false. Just like darkness never goes near the sun, so wherever there is light, there can never be darkness. Similarly, karam does not come near the Brahmgyani Sikha. So because they don't commit any karam, they will obtain liberation. So the Sikha then ask, well, where would these Brahmgyanis they go if they don't have good or bad deeds? Like they don't commit any karam, what happens to them? And how is it they can still live in this world? They are in the physical body, they are humans, they interact with the world. And how do they interact with the world but not commit any karam? How does this work? So Guru Sahib then says, whoever comes and serve the Brahmgyanis, the wise Sikha, when they serve the Brahmgyanis, the Gursikhs, the Mahapurkh, the saints, those who do their seva, they receive the good deeds of the saints. So the saints have done good deeds. Those accounts of good deeds will go to the sevadar, to those who serve the saints and the Brahmgyanis. And if people come and slander or gossip or do anything bad towards the saints, towards the wise Sikha, towards the Bhagat, what happened is all the bad karams or any sin or anything bad that might be in the account of the Brahmgyanis, of the Bhagats, of the wise Sikha, all that bad karmic account will go into the accounts of those who have slandered and gossiped the saints. So, to repeat again, so if there is any good or bad deeds that these saints have committed or they've said, whoever serves them, anyone who serves the saints, the good deeds of the saints will go to them. And anyone who slanders and gossips about the saint, then all the bad deeds or anything that the saint have done will go to the account of the people who slander and gossip them. So which means that the saint do not have any good karam or bad karam to pay for. And once you don't have any karam to pay for, then immediately you are on the path of liberation, you become liberated. Guru Sahib says, depending on which type of Sikha you want to be, like you are. If you're a Sehkami Sikha, you're going to pay for your good deeds separately and bad deeds separately. If you're someone who is Nehkami, which means you don't have any selfish intentions in anything you do, it's always for goodwill, it's always on the path of Dharam, then your good and bad karam will cancel each other out and you pay for the final balance of your karam. Those Bhakti wale Sikha, they do not have much sins in their account, they only have good deeds in their account, but they still have to come back into this world, but they'll be born in the house of saints or Gursikhs to become Brahmgyanis, to continue their bhakti and become Brahmgyanis. And those who are already Brahmgyanis, the fourth type of Sikha, the saints, they don't have any karmic account, so they go straight to Sachkhand, to Paramatma.